Hi, I'm Diane Dayton at the 34th Annual Boscov's Berks Jazz Fest in Reading, Pennsylvania. Catching up right now with saxophonist Alex Hahn. Thanks for taking time.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, you were a part of the David Sanborn tribute yesterday, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and that was magical, being a part of that, wasn't it?
Oh, definitely. It's hard because David was such a beautiful light and a dear friend, and I miss the laughs, I miss the music, and he was a really wonderful human being. So.
Well, it was great to connect again with Marcus Miller because you played with Marcus for quite a few years, right?
Yeah, I had been in his band from officially from July 2008 to about September 2021. So.
Okay.
So a nice little stint with him, and we got to doing several records, and then he had produced my first record entitled Spirit, which I'm very happy to say it had received a Grammy nomination. So
yeah, that's great. Congratulations. That's really good. So tell us what you're up to and what you want us to know, Alex.
Well, right now I'm in the final stages of finishing up my second album, which is going to be a pretty involved and from a listening standpoint, but not too heavy.
Yeah.
As it's going to be 40 tracks.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is
really.
Yeah, I'm not pulling any punches with this one. There's for many years people have been wondering about when's the next album coming? When's the next album coming? And obviously with the I've kind of turned into like how Wayne Shorter was when he was writing music for his High Life album, where he just couldn't stop writing.
Right.
And Marcus had told me because he had produced that album for Wayne, that it's like it was just I had to go to Wayne and tell him like, yo, you gotta stop writing. We got enough music, and Wayne was like, no, I still got it, and so in that kind of spirit of just like the continuing, I could keep on writing for this concept, and the album is entitled The Ancient Future Saga.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm capping it off at 40 tracks. It's gonna be multi-genre, covering a lot of ground. So there's gonna be something there's gonna be at least one tune that somebody's gonna like out of those 40.
Yeah.
If they don't like 39, they're gonna at least like one.
Just throw it all out there too. Well, what I love is that you are the future of this genre of music.
Well, I'm part of the future.
Well,
I'm part of the future, and there's so many incredible musicians that are out there that one of the things that I know I have a calling to do is to help bring forth these cats from that are just they're not getting the dap and the light and the chance that they actually deserve to have.
Right.
And kind of get it, just bring the merging of all these different, genre subsets all together, and then to get to that place where it's not about a genre, it's about great music. It's about a great contribution to the human endeavor of life, if you will.
Yeah, and it's making a positive difference and bringing us together in a good way. Yeah, and that's what you're doing. And I think that's the message that's going out everywhere with what you're doing. Is that right?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, most of the musicians out there are kind of realizing slowly but surely that it's not about a social identity. It's not about a political affiliation, because all those things are divisive. It's separation consciousness. It's a scarcity and lack mindset that limits the human experience into that you're just this and you're that and we can't Bruce Lee put it really wonderfully. He said that underneath the sky, underneath the heavens, we are but one family. Mm-hmm. And the more that we can get to that, the more we realize that that we can see each other in ourselves, and that there's if there's any element of conflict, it's really because of misunderstanding, miscommunication, and an unwillingness to actually listen to each other. A lot of people, they can hear what somebody's saying, but are you really listening? Yeah, it's a difference.
Absolutely. So music is a venue to do that. It's a vehicle.
Definitely.
Yeah. Wow. And then what do? We go forth and make a difference.
Got to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Otherwise, why are we here?
I know, that's exactly right.
The Japanese, even when it comes to the idea of them taking photos of you know, things, because that's very embedded in their culture, and the way that they take it is that if we don't have a photo of this moment, it's almost as if it never happened. Mm-hmm. It's like they have that much emphasis in the present moment to be able to document that for posterity. So
right.
I think, you know, when it comes to, you know, a modern society, there's so much wealth of experience and of like the tapping into what life is that the Japanese have really mastered. Mm. And there's a lot that we can learn from them. I'm not to say that Japan is the absolute right. best. Like, however, there is something that if there was just like but one measure of like what they really do in the rest of the world, right. I think we would see massive changes overnight. So yeah, we have to connect more. We have to be
absolutely.
You know, we have to be here.
Yeah. And that's why we're being here and why we're connecting now too, exactly. And sending out and connecting with them as well.
Exactly.
Because we need to get that message out, and we need to connect it and know that it's okay to do this, and it's okay to, you know, connect on this level, mm-hmm. and reach out, and ripple effect.
Exactly.
Right? Wow. Mm-hmm. Anything else you'd like to share? Because I know you got to run, but what else is on your heart that you would like to share? Anything?
I guess. Well, in this moment, okay, so I'll leave you with this one thing, and this goes for everyone too. If someone has to lose, no one wins, mm-hmm. because really, at the end of it all, we're in this together. We are one. It's not to say that there's not that there's no significance to the individuation that we each have. But no, imagine if everything was, you know, every kind of food out there tasted like vanilla ice cream. It get pretty boring. So obviously there's, you know, even in the realm of us, you know, partaking in food, mm-hmm. we have different flavors and textures and all that kind of thing. And so that's what we have to offer. We have all our different energies and you know, it's you know, being able to get, you know, on that same, you know, wavelength of, you know, mm-hmm. you know, with the vibration, with the frequency of things, that's what enables us to have more and more appreciation.
Yeah.
And so.
And I think it's taking time to talk to each other.
Well,
it's a moment too, right?
Well, time can. I mean, we feel time from a linear standpoint.
Yeah.
But time is something, you know, it is just limited in the scope of the everything that is mm-hmm. happening, because
right.
it's not just, you know, I'm trying to remember the fellow. I think his name is Kent Hovind. He's evangelical you know, preacher who had been incarcerated for many years, and then he had got released. And he was incarcerated because of his viewpoints and being very outspoken and you know, proselytizing on the street and that kind of thing. But very methodical when it comes to his research and his studies of scripture. And I'm not trying to like
right.
Bible thumping here or try to proselytize anyone. However, he talked about just the instance of, from a physics standpoint of, you know, we got time, space, and matter, that you need to have those three things in order for anything to be here. Because if you have, you know, space and time, you know, but there's no matter, then what is? Mm-hmm. If you have matter and space, but no time, when? There's no when, then, you know. So like there's a lot of things that that from a scientific and also a spiritual standpoint, that if we get rid of the fluff and the distortion and the noise, we realize it's you know, there's that wholeness, there's that oneness, and everybody is, and every part of creation is simply trying to have, you know, that appreciation, and even if it comes in a distorted way, or having an acknowledgement, I should say. Mm-hmm. Because the last thing that I think anybody or any part of creation would want is that, you know, it's not even, something's not even regarded. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like, that's not the point. We're here to to, you know, ideally, you know, and lovingly, you know, be able to have everyone and everything be at its absolute best, and to enable enable everyone and everything to be at its best. So
Thank you for connecting with me today.
yeah, of course.
And even more so,
Yeah.
thank you for going deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Much success with
Oh,
everything.
thank you very much.
Thanks for sharing the moment.
Yeah.
Thank you.